Hey everyone, happy Wednesday night and welcome to our weekly Crafty session. My name is Ann Granger and I'm excited to be with you guys tonight. I so look forward to my Mondays and Wednesday nights crafting time with you. It truly is a highlight of my week. Popping on just a few minutes before 7 so Facebook can let you know I've gone live, and it gives me a chance to check my settings and make sure that everything looks great. Today is Wednesday, October 9th. Can you believe it? Where is the time flying? So if you're watching live tonight, you're going to see that red live button up top. And if you're watching on the replay, shout out to my replay warriors. Maybe you found me from my blog or maybe you found me from my YouTube community. Welcome, welcome. I hope you enjoy this session. I look forward to going live with you on Wednesdays because it's a great chance for me to chat with you, talk life with you, share things with you, and just show you how you can use our Stampin' Up! Products on projects. So this is my happy space, aka my stamp room. You will find me in here many times throughout the evening and throughout the weekend. I love coming in here and spending time. I come in here, I put on some music. I love creating, or maybe I'm working behind the scenes in my business, or maybe I'm doing some organizing, whatever it is. It truly is like a de-stressor for me. I'm not gonna lie, like I could almost start playing Christmas music. It's probably a little early, but yeah, I love Christmas music. Sometimes I love just putting on calming music or like soft background music. It really is truly relaxing, and it just brings down that whole, like anything you've done throughout the day that might have been stressful, just really relax you. So I hope tonight while you're watching, the projects put a smile on your face. I put a smile on your face. Maybe you've had a rough day. Maybe you're just like needing to escape life for a little bit. Well, tune on. Maybe you're watching from the East Coast, the West Coast, or globally. We are excited you're with us in this amazing community. So if you know anything about me, you know that I'm a huge fan of chocolate. So I am starting on a new thing, and they're called chocolate macaroons. I would love to know, do you like chocolate macaroons? I'm a huge fan of like chocolate and coconut. So I was shopping on the weekend and found some. So I was like, oh, I need to get those. And I had to crack them open. Today was a very crazy day at work. I used to work with a former principal who said, like, when the barometric pressure drops, made the kids go squirrely. And today's wind did not help whatsoever, and it was freezing. As you can see, I actually have a sweater on. Like, I am cold. I was outside a lot today, and that wind today here in Ontario is brutal. It's very cold. I'm not gonna lie, when I was walking this morning, I actually had mitts and hats on, and I had them in my bag, but I never grabbed them out, and I kind of wish I did today because I truly could go use some hot chocolate to warm me up. So how does this work if you're new to my community? Welcome to the Stamp with Ann community. So I'm excited. So what I do is each week I pick a product of the week. So the product that we are using this week is called Adventurous Sky. So we're going to focus on the stamp set in the bundle and the designer series paper. Then Monday night I went live and showed you how to create using these projects to make a scrapbook page. Tonight I'm going to show you how to use these projects to create a card class to go. And you can earn the card guts or the card packs for free when you place a minimum of $50 order in my online store. And I'll show you all that information when we start. So I have some information to share with you, and then we're going to get started. And I'm excited because hockey starts tonight. My favorite team is playing. I have it on in the background. That just makes my world better, even better, because hockey is on. Now there's something to watch on TV every night. All right. So I would love to know how your day was. Are you a hockey fan? How's your, what's your weather like in your area? So please like, comment, and share my video. It's the best compliment you can give me. And we want to welcome more people into our crafting community. So I'm going to flip my camera so you are going to see my beautiful blinds. I wish I could show you the outside, but I mean, the sun is pretty much dropping, but I just find it gets so dark lately that yeah, I don't want to be looking out at a dark window, so I'd rather close them up. All right, if somebody is here, if you let me know how everything looks, that would be great. Just give me a thumbs up or a heart. I can see on my end it looks pretty good. I just want to make sure it looks great on the other end. So tonight is the last day for our stamp sale. So 3 days was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So 15% off single stamp sets in our annual catalog. So that does not include things in a bundle, nothing online or a holiday catalog. So there's some great single stamps that you might be interested. So that is on till tonight. So like 11:59 our time. And if you want to use this week's hosted code, you will get tonight's project. So that's that. Also wanted to remind you, I've been talking about a lot about this lately. This is the best deal in town. And you're thinking, what's the best deal in town, Anne? Well, I'm going to tell you, it's the starter kit special. And you're probably thinking, well, Anne, I don't want to do Facebook Lives. I don't want to do like classes. Guess what? That's okay. You don't have to. When I first joined 17 years ago, I literally joined for the discount. And why? Because I love the Stampin' Up! Products. I love the quality. I love that everything coordinated. I just truly loved how like Stampin' Up! Worked. And I love the fact that I can pick a pack of designer series paper, go to cardstock, go to ribbons, go to embellishment, and everything coordinates. There's no thinking. It does all the thinking for you. And maybe you're just looking for, you have a huge shopping list and maybe you're looking for a little deal, or maybe you're looking to meet new friends and join a community. We would love to have you. So right now, through the month of October, if you join Stampin' Up!, you get $206 worth of product. You can pick anything from our annual catalog, online, our holiday, our September to December. You can pick anything you want for $206, and you only pay $135. Here in Ontario, no shipping or taxes. We would love to have you. My team is amazing. We have a huge group. We get together monthly. And we do swaps. We truly do have a lot of fun. So if you're interested, you can reach out to me if you have any more questions, or you can go to my blog and click join now. All right, so let's share what we are using tonight, and then we'll dive in and I'll explain how the card cloth goes as we get going. All right, so we are using the Take to the Sky bundle. So it's the stamp set and the dies, but it's part of a collection, so we call that a suite, which is called Take to the Sky. So you get the bundle, you get the embellishments, and you get the designer series paper. You can find it on page 36 and 37 of our annual catalog, and you can see the coordinating colors right here. So tonight, this is what we're focusing on. I felt like I was a little falled out, and I didn't really want to switch quite yet to Christmas. Not to worry, Christmas is like around the corner. We're going to be doing that next week. But I thought, like, you know what? Let's throw in a little bit of like masculine cards, because I find sometimes those are the hardest ones to make. And I hope by tonight I inspire you to either purchase this stamp set, or if you like place a $50 order, you can get the card kit. But you don't have to use the stamp sets that I'm using. You can use whatever you want at home. But if you want them to be exactly like mine, you would need this. Okay, so here is the Adventurous Sky stamp set. It is a cling, so it's red rubber. Here is the gorgeous, here are the coordinating dies right here. So fun dies, we're going to use those tonight. So that is the stamp set and dies. So you can buy just the stamp set. Maybe you're like, I don't really need those dies, and you want just the stamp set. Well, guess what? You can get this stamp set for 15% off if you placed an order tonight. Then it comes with these gorgeous trinkets. Let me try to unravel them here. And they are called industrial trinkets. So like they're kind of fun. I'll just like pull those up so you can see them. My hands are cold. I'm determined not to put the heat on quite yet. My mom says I should, but you know, I just layered up in blankets. All right, so here is the designer series paper. It's called Take to the Sky. It's beautiful. I love this print. This reminds me of when you're like flying and you're looking down, when you're so high up and you're looking down, like especially when you're going over like mountains or water, the land kind of looks like this. So I really like this pattern. Then you have this beautiful plain. This is great smoky slate grid paper, plaid if you like that. You could use that for anything. You could use that on Christmas. But look at these fun clouds. Like I think there's so much to do. In our new online exclusives, we have like a bundle called Umbrella Day. This would be fun to use with that. Those will be available for customers starting November. But as a demonstrator, we get to pre-order early. So we always get to order everything a month early. Great one here. Here is a fun one. This is a great one too. This one. I like this one because if you ever flown, you know how you can track your plane and where you are flying. Like I think this would be fun to be like, oh, like, you know, take a picture of the screen and track where you're going. And then I love this one. Look at this fun page. So these are actually like 4x6 and 3x4. So you can put these into memory keeping, but then they have all these great tags. So we're actually going to use a couple of these tonight. And I like this one too. Like this is a good map. And I truly like this one. I think this would be a fun one to use for a Christmas scene. Like have some white trees and a snowman. I think it would be really cool. So think about different ways that you can use paper that is designed for one product, but you could use it for others. All right. So we are making 4 cards. So if you place an online order in my online store from Monday, October 7th to Sunday, October 13th, I would send you the packs to make these 4 cards. So this is exactly what you get. The only thing I can't give you, so you would get the envelopes, you get the cardstock, you would get the die cuts, you would get the embellishments. If there was ribbon or twine, you would get it. There was an embossed piece, you would get it. The only thing I can't do is stamp for you, so you could either have to use your own stamp set or purchase what I'm doing if you want the cards to be exactly like mine. All right, so let's get started. So we are using, I've done some die cutting, and the only reason I do that is because when I'm prepping the cards, I kind of just lay everything out, and it also saves us a little bit of time in the evening. All right, so let me show you the card we are making. Here is our first card. So if you followed me last week, you remembered we did a Halloween card where we did a little bit of tearing, and that's exactly what we're going to do again tonight. We're going to do some tearing. I just think it's a fun technique. And it's so funny because when I teach a technique class and where I'm saying, okay, we're going to tear, people are like, what? We're tearing paper? No way, I can't do that. But it adds that little extra detail to the cards, which I think is great. I really like the saying on this one, you always lift me up. So maybe somebody is having a tough day and you know they're having a tough day or they're going through some tough times. You know, you could send this card to them, right? Or maybe just give it to someone you think needs a little bit of a pick-me-up. Okay. I'm going to put that card there. Let me see if I move this over where you guys can see it. Maybe I'll put that there. All right, so we are using our smoky slate base. The one thing about ordering the placing an order is you actually get a PDF with instructions and all the supplies I use. So if you're a person who needs that, that is a great way to do it. And if you're missing out on like my past, maybe you just found me and you're scrolling through my YouTube channel or my blog and you're like, hey, I really like that class you did, but the class is closed. You could totally go to my blog and hit my PDF store because I'm starting to do a PDF store, which I think is really cool. All right, so I've already die cut out our banner, and we are using the Nestled Essential Dies, which is one of my favorites. I love it, because it's stitched, so if you follow me, you know I'm a huge fan of stitch, but you get 12 different sizes and layering, so this is a good one if you've not thinking of like, hey, I want to add some dies, or maybe you're thinking of like Christmas ideas. This would be a great Christmas idea. All right, so we also have a deckled circle. This one is great, whether you are a card maker or a scrapbooker. This one is nice. Look how big this circle is. Like, it's massive. And then look how tiny. So there's 14 different layers that you can use. So we used the decal circles for this. All right. So let's get started. We are going to, this is going to be your bottom. So we're just going to tear. There's no right or wrong. Just go like this. Okay. And we're just going to put that one there. We're going to tear this one in 2 spots. And I'm just randomly going like this. So when you tear towards you, you get the white. If I was to tear away from me, I would get a different, but I actually want to flip it because I do want that white, little bit of white showing. Okay, so there's that one. And then we're going to do our clouds. We're just going to do the top. This makes it look like the clouds lately here in Ontario have been crazy beautiful. All right, So we're going to assemble. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that I have these where I want them. I don't want to be like I want to make sure I tuck them in. And then I also want to make sure, here, hold on. So we're going to start this way. And we're going to tuck this one in. And then we're going to tuck this one in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put adhesive on this one first. Let me find my adhesive. So we're going to go. And this layout, I think you could easily switch out. Like we've done a Halloween card. Maybe we'll do, oh, I think this is just a little bigger than 4 inches. I'm just going to grab my paper cutter here and give it a quick little cut. Yeah, just a little bit. Oh, I think my blade is done. We could easily switch it out for a Christmas card or a birthday card. All right, my trimmers. Okay, I didn't go too small, but I think I need new blades. Oh, perfect. Okay, so we're gonna put that one down. I just like it like that. Then we're going to take this one and adhere this one down. So and I'm actually gonna just kind of put this one down so I know where I am at the bottom. And then I'm gonna tuck that in. Sometimes you need 4 hands doing these. And then we're gonna do the next one. Okay, so there's that. That's perfect. I'm just gonna set this aside here. We can go ahead and pop this up, and I just wanna make sure, yeah, so I can go ahead and pop that up. So I'm gonna use our dimensionals. That is the deckled circles. So if you're like, you know, thinking, maybe I want some crafting supplies for Christmas, would be good ideas to put these down. Or maybe you're thinking, I like those dies, I should add them. You could do it by joining. I have a big team here in Canada, and we would love to have you join us. Okay, so I'm going to bring the stamp set. So I'm going to get the greeting that says, "You lift me up," and we're going to get the big plane. Oh, my big plane does not want to fit in there. So for the big plane, you do need a bigger block. So we're going to do Night and Navy. And we're going to do stamp "You Lift Me Up." So when I am using our the glass mat, I find I don't really need to use the paper piercer for underneath. More so when I'm using a solid image. So if it's a bare solid image, that is when I will use it. Okay, so let's just put that over there. Now, let's bring in this white here. So we're going to stamp this. Now, the one thing I like about Stampin' Up! Is that you can stamp an image and die cut it out. So that is exactly what we're going to do with that. This set would be great for those people that love airplanes. Like, I know a lot of people that have a love for airplanes and old-fashioned ones. Or a person who loves nature. Like, you could use some of those papers for like mapping. Or someone who likes to travel. I think it's also a good page for that. All right, so we're going to put that down, and we're going to bring in the dies. So put them here. All day, the kids at my school know. Some of them know, the ones I work with closely know that I'm a huge hockey fan. So all day they were like, "Tonight's the night, Mrs. Granger." So hopefully my team wins tonight, or I might hear it tomorrow. All right, so there is our thing. Now remember, as I said to you, this is just a little tip. Don't ask me how I know, but this is easily, you run your die, you throw it in the garbage. Don't forget to take out your die, otherwise you're gonna have to go through your garbage, and that's not fun. All right, so let's move that out of the way. And let's finish assembling this card. Just gonna cut that in half. I meant to grab some smaller dimensionals, but I didn't get a chance to do that. I was working on a newsletter. So if you're on my newsletter and you've crafted with me before, done classes, my popular class for the holidays is going out tomorrow. Super, super excited. All right, so that, here is this. Oh my gosh, my hands are cold. All right, so now I'm pulling in these, they're called Basic Gray and Smoky Slate Pearls. These are great for masculine cards, or you could use them for anything actually. But I thought these would be great ones to use on our project. So let's just grab. Sometimes I like to use the smaller ones per se more than the big ones. I think it's just a preference. But there is our first card featuring the Adventurous Sky. So there's 2 there. How fun are those? Super cute. All right, so let's move on to our next card. Our next card, so when I was creating my cards on the weekend, I did look for some inspiration in the catalog to see what the concept artist did. But then I truly went to the sketch page that you can find on page 22 of our annual catalog. And there's also sketches in our mini. So this is one of the sketches. So this is the next card we're going to create. I just thought that was a nice little birthday card. So we have those pieces cut. So let's fold our cardstock. Okay, so this is that designer series paper. So we're going to use the bricks. I think the bricks would be fun to use with the Humble Home stamp set and bundle. You could put like a house in front of it. Okay, so there's that. Here's that one pattern I told you I really, really like. So we're just going to put this off to the side. No, I don't measure. I honestly just eyeball. I've already cut out 2 of the banners, and they came from my favorites. I think I use this every week, the Stylish Shapes. It truly is a great stamp set. I mean, die set, so why wouldn't you use it? And we're going to put these on. So we're just going to leave these off for a minute because we're going to do a little bit of stamping. So for on this one, I wanted to make it look like the plane was in the sky. So we're going to add some blue, night and navy clouds. And I just make sure I have the right, yeah. I just randomly stamped my, no right or wrong. You can just kind of do like that. So it may look like that my plane is flying through the sky. Okay, so I'm going to close that up. Oh, you know what? While I have this out, I'm going to do my greeting. So we're going to use the greeting that's actually in the stamp set, called the one that says Happy Birthday. It's like got a little bit of a cursive font. Perfect. So we're done with that. I think I need that again, so we'll leave that out. And we're going to bring in a basic gray. So I went with basic gray and smoky slate because that was one of the colors that was in this. So we're just going to put this over here. And I need one of the smaller planes. And I think I have enough paper here. And I need a block. Okay, so we're just going to stamp that right there. So you can choose to color in these planes. You can use our watercolor pencils. You could use our stamping blends. You can even use an ink, a water pen and ink. I choose just to leave it like that. I think it looks kind of nice. So we're going to bring that back in. And right there. Okay, so let's assemble our card. We're going to pop up the balloon in the sky, so it looks like he's flying through the sky. just like that. We're going to pop this up on our card base. I always like to put 5, 4 around and 1 in the middle. Okay, oops. So we're just gonna put this kind of off to the side. Now, we're going to pop up the Knight in Navy banner. Okay, so we're just gonna pop that up down there. And then for this one, I'm just going to put a little bit of tape, and we're just gonna off center it. So it's just kind of like a little bit below. So it looks like that. And then we're gonna bring in those smoky slate embellishments again. And we'll put one here. And one there. And there is our second card of the evening, featuring the Adventurous Sky stamp set and dies. And Take to the Sky Designer Series paper. That goes for a minute. All right, so let's bring in our third card. Actually, we'll bring in our third card. So our third card we're using is Knight in Navy. I'll show you what it looks like. So here it is. So he's flying through the sky, and then it says you're the best, plain and simple. I like how they do play on words. So Knight in Navy. Okay, and then so I have a whisper white out of their old color, basic white. And then I have this cloud paper, so we're just going to put that down there. And we can actually go ahead and hear that down. Oh, I'm sticking. Okay, now I've already went ahead and die cut out a circle and our greeting. So our circle we can already put down. So that is, these are both from the Stylish Shape dies, which I would say is probably one of my top 10 favorite dies. Okay, I'm just gonna put that there, and then this will go down here, but we're gonna put that greeting on first. So let's stamp that greeting. We'll put this away. Okay, so this says, you're the best. It's plain and simple. You're the best. Plain and simple. So there's that. Okay, so we'll close that up. Actually, we can go ahead and we'll secure that down. Hello from Minnesota. The stylish shapes are some of my favorite too. Hello, Jennifer. How are you tonight? Thank you for joining us. Yes, I remember we used to have another set, or I thought they were gone, and I was like, what am I gonna do? I love them so much. Okay, so there's that. Now, I need to grab a white piece. Okay, so there's that, and we're going to bring in the big plain stamp again. And now we're going to stamp this one in Memento ink because we're going to do a little bit of coloring. So sometimes when I have big stamps like this, I'll go ink pad to stamp instead of stamp to ink, just because I find it is a bigger one. All right, so hopefully that is nice and good. All right. Let's put that. So we're going to use, I just stuck with the colors that I'm already using in my project. So I went base smoky slate in Night and Navy. So my plane is going to be Night and Navy. And it was interesting because I was like, just with the way the propeller went, I was like, where do I color? But this is what I decided to do. These are like one of those old-fashioned planes. So I went here and I went here. Okay, so that's Night and Navy. Let me just put that. And then I'm coming in with the light. I was working in a grade 1 class and we were doing some coloring and I was teaching them about the magic liner. What's like a magic line? And I was showing them how you outline and then you color in circles. So they were all trying it. It was cute. Okay, so there's that. Now we're going to bring in a little bit of the smoky slate. So I'm just going to highlight the dark with these here. I feel like this, yep, that's my dark. And I'm going to do the wheels in dark. And I'm going to do my propeller, just this in dark. Okay, so there's that. Now we're going to come in with smoky slate and we're going to just and I kind of went through, like, as you can see, like it's spinning, but I literally went, I can color that in. Okay. And, oh, I should have colored that blue. So let's just bring that blue marker back in. Night and Navy. This piece right here should have colored in. Okay, so there's our plane. We'll bring back in our little mini cuts. This is the mini cut. If you don't have one, I would highly recommend it. You could also put that in the starter kit to join. And then add some dies or a stamp set, or you could do fully all paper, whatever you wanted. I remember, like, when I joined, so I joined, like, I've been doing this for 17 years. I didn't get to pick what I wanted in my kit. They literally just said, like, here's what you get. I totally would have loved to pick my own kit because then I could customize to what I want. Maybe I need ink pads. Maybe I just want a whole bunch of cardstock. So times have changed. And you can tell, like, in my crates, they're, like, well loved, but I'm still using them. They haven't cracked. When they crack, hopefully it doesn't do it online, so it'll scare the you-know-what out of me. Probably a puppy, too, who's finally asleep. Oh my gosh, he was like this, just wandering around tonight. He indicates to us when he needs to go to the bathroom by putting up his paw, and he was doing it nonstop, which he went outside. He was just beyond tired. So he's finally asleep, which is good. Okay, so let's pop out these little centers here. Just gonna cut one of these in half. I can remember when I'm crafting on the weekend, let's pull out some mini dimensionals. All right, let's pull that off. And we're gonna look at like he's going in the air. And we're going to use the bigger pearls for this one. And there you go. There is our third card of the evening, featuring the Adventurous Sky Bundle. Super cute. You could use that for anything. All right, so our last card uses some of the more of the designer series paper. But we're going to do a little bit of die cutting here. So let's show you the pieces. Let me show you the card first. And then I will show you what I need. We're going to do. So the last card of the evening, featuring Adventurous Sky Bundle. Okay, so here's our card. Now, I kind of cased this one from the concept artist in the catalog, but I did switch it up. All right, so we have, I just got to get some paper here that I put in here. Okay, so we have thick white. I always use thick white when creating with my card bases. I just like how it's a little bit sturdy for that. We have a piece of that gorgeous pattern paper. So let's go ahead and put that down so we can actually do a little bit of assembling here. Okay. We have, so remember I told you this came from, let me just pull it back in, this sheet here. So I just cut, so when you're cutting this, just a tip, I cut down this way first, and then I did this, and then I was able to cut that, so I'm not like hatching. And then here I cut out, and then I just trimmed, cut up, and then I just cut my corners, and it was easy to get my tag. So that's that paper. So let's go ahead and put that one down. I thought it was a great way to show those pieces, because sometimes like people are like, well, what do I do with these pieces? That's how my blade needs to be. Okay, so here is the tag. Now I'm going to bring in, this is an oldie. This is actually, we used to sell this, was like a hole punch. Look, it says Stampin' Up. And we got rid of it. I think some of these things would come back, because you truly do need a hole punch for your everyday work thing. So I'm going to bring that in. Now here again, look at my hot mess of twine, because I don't know where the end is. Oh, maybe, see, look, I even unraveled. I think I told you, if you follow me, I unraveled my, red and white twine. I was like so tired of it. I almost feel like when they manufacture it, they're putting the end piece in the very bottom. So then you have to like unravel. I don't know. I actually heard another leader say that. We have a leaderboard, and they were like, it's like, this is what's happening? And I was like, oh, maybe. Oh my gosh, am I like straight here? I think I look straight. Maybe it's just the paper. Okay. So how I do this. Oh, I just think my team just scored because they're at home, and well, maybe not, because they do that with the other team. I haven't heard. Okay, so when I'm doing like a tag, I'll put both of my ends through, nope, get here, through here, like that. And then I'll pull this and make a loop, and then I pull up, and then I have that. And I probably did myself way too much twine, but that's okay, because, so there's that. So let's go ahead and pop that up on my card. Let's pop that tag up, and then we're just gonna do some die cutting. But before we do that, we'll do our stamping. So I've already cut out a propeller, because when I was putting the card together and I was looking at the dies, I was like, oh, maybe I should put a propeller on my plane, because how's my plane going to get off the ground if it doesn't have a propeller? So I had to go back and put it on. So that's why I just kind of like, I truly feel like it's this, maybe it's the paper. It's making it look. Okay, so there's that. Let's bring in that happy birthday greeting again. And then I'm going to show you, we're going to build our plane, but we're not going to use, I'm just going to put that over here. We're going to use dies in designer series paper to build it. Okay, so here, oh, let me just, feel like I didn't get a good ink. Okay, so there's happy birthday. So we're done with that. All right, so let's just move this out of the way. myself some more room. Now, I'm just going to set this off to the side because we're going to bring back in that little mini cup here. All right, so we're going to use the die. So what we're going to do is we're die cutting to make our plane. So I use the plain outside pieces in smoky slate, basic gray, and then the plain I actually did in the pattern paper. So we're using this as our plane. So we're going to put that in there, and what the die you want is this one. So we're just going to put that down. Just thought it kind of gave a little bit of extra. And as I said, I kind of cased this one from the catalog. So this is something that a concept artist done. Oh my God, I think that would be such a fun job to work at Stampin' Up. I think that would be like a highlight for me. You would just want to craft all day long. It would be so fun. All right, I'm just using my paper piercer, or my Take-A-Pick. They used to be called paper piercers way back then. I'm using my Take-A-Pick to pop out the paper from my die. So I'm just gonna put that back. Okay, so we're just gonna put that, so there's our die. Now we need to do the outside part, which is right here, and I'm literally just going to cut. So this base here is like 3 inches. So I'm just going to cut this. And then cut this off. I'll put that over there. Okay, so there we have that. Just like that. And right there. Okay. And we're just going to go through, roll it through. Oh, look, the crack is getting bigger. I wonder if we'll crack through this by the end of October. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Okay, so there's that. Oh, let's pop out those pieces we don't need. Okay, so I'm just going to use this to pop out these other pieces here. So this is called a Take-A-Pick tool. It is like one of my must-have tools in your craft room. You can see I use it every week. So I use this part to pick out these little pieces, and I use this part to pick up my embellishments. Okay, so let's put that there. I'm just going to clean this off, and then put the dies over there. Let me just grab these little pieces off my desk. Okay. Now, we're going to bring in our silicone sheet. So this is a silicone mat. You know, I never really used to use this until I got the glass mat. And now I feel like I use it more and more just because I don't want the glue on my thing. So we're going to glue this down, and I kind of just, if you'll eye it down, so I kind of just put glue here, and a little bit here, and a little bit here. Okay, so let's just see if that's enough glue to hold it down. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to line the wheels up with the wheels. And then the propellers like that. And then we're just going to let that sit for a minute. And then I'm literally going to put some glue right here. And we're going to put our little propeller. I already die cut that out, as I told you, because I realized I didn't put that on my plain sample. I was like, that looks funny. Okay, let's give that a minute so it can just dry. The glue just takes a few minutes. But while we're waiting for that, we could go ahead and put on our greeting. So because I'm putting it on this side, I'm going to put glue on this, adhesive on this side, and on the other side, we're going to put a dimensional. And the reason why I do that is if I was to put dimensionals all the way across, it would actually like be right, it wouldn't sit even on my card. So I'm doing this to sit even on my card. So like this is probably good now. So as you can see, like it picks up the glue and the glue is still drying, but we're going to go ahead and put on our embellishments. Okay. I'm just going to pull those off. Oh my gosh, my fan, the glue is sticking. I'm not a fan of the glue. Oh, and look, yeah, it's okay. We're gonna just pop it up there. So there's that. Now let's go ahead and bring in some of those embellishments. So give me a minute. Let's take a bigger. Okay. And we're gonna do the smoky slate ones. So right here. And we're gonna put that down there. Okay. Let me just clean up some stuff so I can bring in all the projects and share with you what that looks like. All right, so there is card number 4 of Adventurous Sky. So let's just show you them all together. I'll bring this in so you can see the sample. Kind of a fun card. I think this would be a fun layout to do with another one too. Like you could easily create this for a Christmas card and just make your own tag. Ooh, I might have to do that for you guys next week. We are doing Christmas next week. So, all right, let's bring all the cards back in so you can see them. So card number 1 was this one. Card number 2 was this one. Card number 3, and then card number 4. So make sure I put that there. All right, I would love to know, I always ask when I have classes in person, I always say, which one was your favorite card? So we're gonna call this card 1, card 2, card 3, or card 4. I would love to know which one is your favorite. If you're watching on the replay, I would also love to hear which one is your favorite. So let's do a recap. We used the Adventurous Sky stamp set along with the Adventurous Sky dies. So this is a bundle, so you can buy this, and if you buy it as a bundle, you actually save 10%. So if you buy like this, you would save 10%. And we use the Take to the Sky Designer Series paper. So how does this work? If you place an order in my online store, $50 or more here in Canada, I can only do Canada for shipping class packs. That's just a Stampin' Up! Policy. But for my global friends, not to worry, or like North America, like United States and global, like a PDF will be available this in the like next week. So here in Canada, place a $50 order. I'm going to send you the ingredients to make the 4 cards, so you will get one of each the 4 cards. I will do all the die cutting. You'll get all the embellishments, all the designer series paper. The only thing I can't do is stamp your images, so you would have to do that. But maybe you have another set you might want to use, or maybe you want to buy the Adventurous one, so let me know. Jennifer says, great cards. Thanks for the inspiration, Anne. Oh, let me see. She says, really like that you can cut the plain body out of DSP. I wouldn't have thought of that, doing that. Oh, thanks, Jennifer. Great card. Thanks for the inspiration. Enjoy your hockey game. Oh, I will. Hopefully my Habs are winning. I'll keep you posted. Anyways, so let me know which one's your favorite card. Thank you so much for joining me. Remember, if you're interested in the card pack, if you're here in Canada, you have till Sunday night at 11:59, and then I'll cut the cards and they'll be in the mail by next week. You will get an email with a PDF and the video link linking you back to this video so you can watch me and stamp along at the same time and create your cards. It's like you're sitting in my craft room with me. If you're here in Canada, have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving weekend. It is our Canadian Thanksgiving weekend. We are always a month earlier than you were in the U.S. And if you are watching from the U.S. and you are in the southern states of Florida, we are praying for you. I've been keeping you in my thoughts and prayers. A lot of my demonstrator friends are down there. So hoping that, just we're keeping you in our thoughts and prayers. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. And I will see you next Monday night. So set your alarms. Next Monday night at 7 p.m. and next Wednesday night at 7 p.m. for our Facebook Lives. And I can tell you we're doing Christmas next week, so you're not going to want to miss it. It's my favorite time of the year. It's the holiday season. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Have a wonderful evening, and we will see you guys real soon. Bye, everyone. Have a great night.